So, a new Trailmakers update is out, and you may be wondering, Nosferatu, what are you doing in the wrong video game? I'm pretty sure this is not Trailmakers. Shut up, this is my YouTube channel, I do whatever I want. I was dead as like just playing this game, and I thought to myself, hey, so I should really record, a Trailmakers gameplay, because I have a YouTube channel around that game. And it has been like maybe 2 days ever since I uploaded it, but who's counting? I don't think it has been that much time. We are just making drama. Alright, actually getting to the correct game now. I guess I have to do it. Now, as you all may know, a new update has come to Trailmakers, and although it has a bunch of interesting stuff in it, it has no tank threats and it has no IFV cannons in it, not any of the fancy stuff. It is a good update in its own right, like, I'm not going to say it is bad, because it really isn't. However, I like tanks, so of course I saw the update and I thought, I want to make tank, like I am never going to make a Formula 1 car because I am physically only able to build tanks, so that's what I did. So the devs have not added IFV cannons, they still have not done anything to the game in that regard, and I really want IFV cannons, and because they have not added them yet, I have decided, how about I build my own? How bad could that be? That was really bad, might I tell. I have this thing, it is glorious, gloriously hideous, because you have no idea how much work it took to make this thing even half decent. Now, this thing right here is the autocannon structure, and of course, like all over here, it's just like all of these cannons are just, for all of these pistons just like for pushing bullet fast, make bullet vroom, and with only this as a caveat because it's an autocannon. And spoiler alert, you hold down mouse button, and it fires, and it does so every half of a second. And right here, the same thing, and all of these, as you can see, they all have timings, like so. Like I'm just going to do so, like right. I think that this is about it. Yes, this is the perfect timings if you want it to perfectly loop. And the end result is something stupid like this. It just blew itself up. I hate it. There we go, now it is actually fixed. And as you can see, this is the result. It is straight up just an autocannon, and it is incredibly fun to play with. And the whole concept of this vehicle is that it is, fast. You can just like drive by, fire this, against whoever you really want to see dead. And this is something that I have worked with a few months ago. The destabilization in it is absolutely phenomenal. Like pretty good stabilizers all around. The armor in it also pretty good. Have weapons all over here, all of these structures even inside of here that you can really see. And over here as well, just a ton of these structures all over the place. And it is decently light for what it is. It only uses like very few heavy blocks across its structure, and literally the only reason you use them is because they help to keep this cannon in check. Because as you may note, this thing, it has a lot of kick rate, and I really wanted it to be pretty precise. So as you may note, a heavy turret does help to keep that recoil in check. Version of the same vehicle I've done, like this is the Nebula 3. There's also Nebula 1 and 2, and they were significantly chunkier, bigger, and also heavier. This one is a pretty neat spot. Has good armor here on the sides, and you can take a shot or two right here, and it's going to be mostly fine. And it also uses a new horizontal stabilization system that does not use that old compass system whatsoever. Like, there's no compass box whatsoever in this. It is just a servo, no strength in here, and using only gyros for the controls, and the dampening to have the turret just not flop around as if it's like free weight competition. And the stabilization system here stays the same, but like, it's a neat little thing. Even has this really neat grade thingy in the back of the turret, which if I hit with like a rocket or something, as you can see it, which like, it's not the most functional thing in the world, but like, it's neat. I like it. Don't judge me. Things that I have worked for a pretty good time while I was pretty much out. How? Man, I really do love the new collisions. Look at this, oh my god. New collision mechanics are so nice. Anyway, so this is one of the things that I have worked on for a very good time. Just autocannon like this. And this thing is actually pretty capable. It's not going to break through heavy armor, as you can note right here. But like, if you really want to like smoke any lighter targets, this will do the job just fine. Like straight up, you can just like run around with this thing. It's pretty light, it will just room and just like move them down as you run. This is one of the best things. It exploded again. I don't know why it keeps doing this from time to time. Anyway, it's one of the best things. Like, you can do this, like, just bully them. Cyberbullying on the internet, it's one of the best things you can do. The cool thing that I have been working on is this little guy, the Dorado tree. And this one is also not the Dorado 2, Dorado 2. I can't even, like, anyway. So, it right here also has an autocannon. It's another vehicle on the lighter side. It's pretty mobile. The stabilization, again, can you look at this? Only has laser cannons to its name, because I really did not want to try to fit an autocannon to work into this thing. It does have a cannon and a rocket launcher strapped onto its roof, so that's something. But the biggest thing about this one that makes it different is that you can actually swim with it, so it's the perfect tank for your anime beach episode, So you have this, it just swims pretty nicely. It's a bit like just cutting it for its amphibious capabilities, and sometimes the waves just eat it. And that's because like this thing, like, it is incredibly light, first off, like 700 kilograms, and I achieved this by solely using, like, not solely, but mostly using grid blocks for its armor and structural components, like right here. Grid blocks are incredibly light. Like, I may just grab over here, like, this is 0.3 kilograms for a 1x2 area. Normal blocks, they have 0.6, so this is half the weight of that. But no, sure, others aren't like 2 blocks lighter than that. No, they are not. 2 blocks are actually kind of heavy. Like this one right here, 1.6 kilograms. This is a 1x1 that has like, it weighs way more than this. Like, bruh. And this one, so like, I just spammed them. So I got this lightweight because of that, because I mostly use it just for them. They are the perfect lightweight composite, and this thing is actually well armored. Like over here, the structure just spins all over the place, like on the turret. Even here to the side, like there's a few sections of it that have pins, like the one more to the front. And as you can see, there's just a fuck ton of floaties over here on the side as well. I'm just actually pissed on glitching all of this stuff in, and no one sees it, so it's perfect, like, it is perfectly hidden, And I just fell out of it that time. Oh my god, I'm just swimming across this place, no issue whatsoever. There's only a bit of a scare whenever a big wave comes along. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that this thing will do any well in like some rough sea situation, which I would plug in to see how it goes on, but I don't have the DLC, so I just kinda have to deal with that. But you know, like if I want to go across like an ocean like this, you just like make a crossing from here, from that spot to this spot, I can do that just fine. So you know, like we gotta choose what we have. I think that this is a pretty neat tank. It also is just an absolute speed demon. Like I am just going to drive through here, and very often it just goes over 100 kilometers or an hour, just like easily. It can actually reach over 180 kilometers more or less, like on tarmac, you're just like pressing the pedal. But this thing is like stupid fast. And also the best feature of this whole thing, you know, like the armor, the looks, all the shit, this is cringe. The best bit about this thing is it has a shear hole, because this is supposed to be an IFV. And as any IFV that is self-respecting, that is any decent, that has any right to call itself an IFV, it will have one of these. And this one has one of these. So it is officially in the cool boys club. And like I really do like this thing because, you know, like it's so incredibly light, it can actually swim, it is fast. And because of this right here, like its armor is like decent. It's not great armor, of course. Like these great blocks, they are not amazing. But you know, it can swim, so you know, who's really to judge? Can actually take, like, occasionally can take 1 or 2 tank shots here to the side because of these pieces right here. Well, Dorado, so you have spent all that time away to do pretty much all just like 2 tanks? Yep, pretty much. You know, I have not had a lot of time to mess with this game lately, you know. I had some stuff to do. I don't think it completely justifies it, but you know, like I'm just going to spill out whatever I can. But I have not done anything. First off, I have a whole wall of Pedro right here, just because I'm running a bunch of testing. I'm planning on doing another video on like armor and such, because like the last video I have done, which it was like pretty much a year ago actually, that video is just bad. Like I really want to rework that thing, because you know, new techs have come along, all that fancy stuff. I do not want to have that video just be there still, and it's one of my most viewed videos, so you know, I want to see if I can still get that clout. And not only that, but I have also been figuring some funny stuff with the new logic blocks. I'm going to be honest, these right here, they are absolutely amazing. And for example, this one right here is something that I am absolutely going to be abusing the hell out of, because it is such a fun block to use. Like first off, like I'm just going to show this now. Now if you may remember from that video I have done a few months back, this right here is the night vision tech, which is something that I just add in every single vehicle I build these days. As you may see, it uses these lamp lights, you know, like this is a pretty like standard setup. However, with the new blocks that we do have available to us, especially this one, you just plug one of these in, and like you set up a button for it, and let me actually make it so that it just alternates into it. Look at how bright this thing is. It's just one of these. You can tape it in wherever you want. So like night vision tech, you should be just using this. Like don't bother trying to use these anymore, because the effect is just so incredibly different. Like just for a comparison right here, it doesn't even come close. Of course, all of that with the possibility that, you know, this thing, like I'm pretty sure that a ton of you have probably already seen like the the videos that people have made around this, with you being able to make like actual camouflaging systems using this, and I plan on doing that as well because you know it's a really fun idea, and whenever other people do these videos they do really well and I want a piece of that cake. But like the new logic blocks in general, they are like absolute game changers, absolutely insane stuff, like all around. Absolute props to the devs for these, like honestly pretty good stuff. That, and in other news, of course, kinetic damage. I'm pretty sure all of you know by now. Let me just throw a flashlight here. But we are in a very happy time where these things right here, they are no longer like this one special. It does not do jack shit for damage. Like, these are the things that came along with this update, you know, kinetic ammunitions, stuff that uses only like raw strength to hit, to deal damage, you know, that is not half as good as it was previously. So, you know, if you were one of the motherfuckers that used the crate cannons, or you used some other sort of ammunition where, you know, you just throw a big ass dart like this one, and believe me, something with this kind of setup does not do jack shit anymore. To fire this thing, of course it's got a hit. Why does it keep doing that? I hate this thing. Go. Yep, you just saw it. Just hit that thing and it just bounced, you know. There's some damage over here to the surface layer, but not much. And but Nosferatu, like, I used that some crazy advanced armor. Nope. That is just 2x4s with 2x4 shields. That is a perfect description of how incredibly bad kinetic ammunitions are right now. With all that said, I am just going to end the video right about now. I don't have much more time to do this, and also because I have some more things that I want to talk about, but I am going to do so in another video. Then when I decide to record it, like, y'all better pray, maybe in the next few weeks, you know. I really should get, like, I go to the gym every day. I know I have the capability to like have good discipline, so maybe I should spank myself in the ass with, like, to at least record a video at least once a week. That would be kinda good. But anyway, whenever I remember my YouTube password once more, I'm going to post again. So see y'all later. Stay in school. Bye.